happened next?
Well, we looked round the sheep selling, and the French farmers were very interested in that. But then, of course, what happened was that later on there was going to be a cattle sale. And all the farmers who were there, apart from one, were sheep men. And there was one farmer who actually kept the local breed, the Parthenet cattle, and he wanted to stay and see the cattle being auctioned. Now, there was a bit of a drawback because he didn't speak a word of English. So the people who'd organised the group wanted somebody to stay with him and actually do the translation of the cattle auction for him. And so, unfortunately, I spoke sufficient French to be volunteered for this job. So I then spent an hour in the cattle sale ring giving the auction hammer-down prices of the cattle. I did explain that I wasn't going to be able to give all the running commentary as the prices were going through because my French is okay but not quite that good. And so there we were, me shouting these prices in French when the hammer came down on each of them, and being laughed at by local farmers because, of course, they thought this was absolutely hilarious that I was having to do this. But we had a really good time, and then afterwards everybody was supposed to be meeting up to go for lunch at All Saints to sample some Herefordshire produce. Well, of course, by the time the cattle auction had finished, it was too late. So I decided that it was time to sample some other Herefordshire delights. So we went to the market canteen and had a bacon sandwich.